Assalamualaikum, my name is Mayang Sari Binti Ahmad Sarinan and I'm from BA 1144F. In this video, I will cover 5 chapters of MGT 300. Chapter 1. Information Technology Basics. Information Technology IT, a field concerned with the use of technology in managing and processing information. Next, we have Management Information System, MIS, a business function similar to accounting, finance, operation, and human resources. Difference between MIS and IT. MIS is not IT. MIS is a business function, while IT is a computer-based tool. We move to importance of information technology. Firstly, we have data information and business intelligence, IT cultures, and IT resources. Data information and business intelligence. Data is a raw facts describe the characteristic of an event. Information is a data converted into a meaningful and useful context. Business intelligence is an application and technologies that are used to support decision-making efforts. IT cultures. We have information functional culture, information sharing culture, information acquiring culture, and information discovery culture. IT resources. IT in and of itself is not useful unless the right people know how to use and manage it efficiently and effectively. So here we have people who use the information technology to get an information. Chapter 2. Identify competitive advantage. First, we have competitive advantage, and next we have first move advantage. Common tools of Porter's 5 forces model. First, we have buyer power. High when buyers have many choices of whom to buy from, and low when their choices are few. Supplier power. High when buyers have few choices of whom to buy from, and low when their choices are many. Threats of new entrants. High when it is easy for new competitors to enter a market, and low when there are significant entry barriers to entering market. Threat of substitute product or services. High when there are many alternatives to a product or service, and low when there are few alternatives from which to choose. Rivalry among existing competitors. High when competition is fierce in a market, and low when competition is more complacent. Next, common tools of 3 generic strategies. First, we have broad cost leadership. It's a broad strategy which a large market segment. Next, we have broad differentiation. Focus strategies target a niche market. Lastly, we have focus strategy. It's a concentrate on either cost leadership or differentiation. Chapter 3. Strategy Initiative for Implementing Competitive Advantage. Firstly, we have supply chain management, customer relationship management, business process reengineering, and enterprise resource planning. Supply chain management. It flows between and among stages in a supply chain to maximize total supply effectiveness and profitability. We have supply chain strategy, supply chain partner, supply chain operation, and lastly, supply chain logistics. Customer relationship management. Customer relationship management is not just technology, but a strategy, process, and business goal that an organization must embrace on an enterprise-wide level. Business process reengineering. The analysis and redesign of workflow within and between enterprise. Enterprise resource planning. ERP system collect data from across an organization and correlates the data generating an enterprise-wide view. Chapter 4. Measuring the success of strategic initiative. First, we have Key Performance Indicator, KPI. It measures that are tied to business drivers. Efficiency and effectiveness. First, we have efficiency IT metrics, effectiveness IT metrics, and lastly, benchmarking. For efficiency IT metrics, it provides speed and availability. For effectiveness IT metrics, it provides customer satisfaction and conversion rates. And lastly, benchmarking, it measuring system and covering the results, identifying steps and procedure to improve system performance. In efficiency IT metrics, we have throughput, speed, availability, accuracy, web traffic, and response time. While in effectiveness IT metrics have usability, customer satisfaction, conversion rates, and financial. Metrics for strategic initiative. First, we have website metrics, SCM, CRM, BPR, and ERP. Firstly, website metrics. It have abundant registration, abundant shopping carts, click-through, conversion rate, cost per thousand, page exposures, total hits, and unique visitors. Next, supply chain management. It provides back order, customer order promise cycle time, customer order actual cycle time, inventories replenishment cycle time, and inventory turns. Customer relationship management. First, we have sales metrics, service metrics, and marketing metrics. Lastly, business process reengineering and enterprise resource planning. BPR brings out the deficiencies of the existing setup. Just automating the existing business practice will not help ERP to achieve the anticipated results. And lastly, BPR may be time-consuming, but the scope can be restricted and controlled by the management. Chapter 5. Organizational structure that supports strategic initiative. IT roles and responsibilities. First, Chief Information Officer, CIO, responsible for the management, implementation, and usability of information and computer technologies. Chief Security Officer, CSO, responsible for assuring the security of IT system. Chief Technology Officer, CTO, responsible for assuring the throughput, speed, accuracy, availability, and reliability of IT. Chief Privacy Officer, CPO, responsible for assuring the ethical and legal of use of information. Chief Knowledge Officer, CKO, responsible for collecting, maintaining, and distributing the organization knowledge.